So next phase of getting the Hugelkulturs ready for spring is to put mulch. In my case, I've used seagrass seaweed, dry from the top level on the beach. It's had some rain through it. And what I've done with it is I've just covered up all those places where there's wood rotting that I want to keep rotting. And I will just make sure that I'm not inhibiting my perennials here, but I've covered it up. So I've used about 2 bags of it on the old hugel here to keep that wood rotting. And it becomes obvious that my sage has stayed, and a few other plants, and some of it, like the rosemary, will probably come back. I'm not covering up my thyme there. So in the new hugel has also got a dose of seaweed, probably about a truckload's worth. And where this stands now is the rotten wood is all piled up quite deep, almost, I'd say, from the bottom nearly a meter. And I've put some fairly rotting big logs at the top to make certain that there's always some rotting log moisture going to be up near the top, and I can check that log to see how moist things are. You can get a sense of the depth of it by looking in there. I will fill that in later, but for now I just wanted to show how deep it is. And on top of that, there was a layer of bad soil that came from the bottom of the hole, like clay, and I've now shoveled that off the top, leaving only the good soil. I shoveled it on and put the seaweed on, and then I put a layer of ash from my fireplace box. So the ash is acidic. It's there to counter the basic nature of the seaweed. It's a good time to put those on together. I'm also going to put on later some growing medium and some possibly hen manure. And the idea here now is to just soak the heck out of it. So I was expecting rain today. I don't know if I'll get it, but in the meantime I'm just going to soak this completely with as much water as I can get away with, counting on the rain to replenish the well. So you can just dump it in with a raw hose, sort of. Nothing special required here, but to keep the ash from blowing away, I think it's wise to wet it all down. So there we go, the old thumb technique here. Just get it all wet enough that it doesn't blow away. And that should do it through the rain. I'm now just going to fill it up and make sure that all of this, keeping mulch on top of it so that it continues to rot and not petrify. That's the most important thing. You can let the logs at the edge petrify with some sun, but you want the inner edges, and you want the logs in the center to all rot, fill up with water. You do not want them to become, gray like the outside of your house, shingles. So that's it. Just give a good look around the edges to see here. Notice the grade is sloping down this way so that water will come in from all around, probably double or triple the area of water that is retained in the hugel, which is good. Means I won't have to do this kind of watering very often, which is good because this water doesn't go back into the well, unlike the other hugel, as I mentioned, which is right on top of my well. I can water that as much as I want. This one I have to be much more careful about because this water, any excess, is not going to go right back into the well. So this I'm going to do just before or during rains, deplete my water table a bit and let the water be sucked in by the well. So when this is done, it will have a sort of a maintenance entry right about here. It'll be kind of a deep space you can stand and reach into the middle, and it will also be shaped like a boomerang like the other one is.